Hi there, Bren White, Reality 101, Episode 5. Did you know that who you listen to will determine where you end up? Now, I know that as a teenager, you had experiences where you figured out that you did not really want to be hanging out with certain kinds of friends. Because you would get in trouble when you were with them. And in fact, some human beings have found themselves in somewhat dangerous situations, listening to people who were not wise, and they ended up really having their lives ruined by the decision making that is involved in deciding who you spend your time with. Now, this is a very important thing because the reality of the human brain is that it was designed to tune in to a particular voice. It actually locks in on a particular voice. Starting in the womb, with the mother, the baby actually is hearing the mother's voice. And it's a reassuring thing to the unborn baby. Now, this tells us quite a bit about the human brain. Other kinds of things having to do with human development also inform us about this first and most primary recognition, the sound of a voice. And there's something very intriguing about this, and focusing in on one voice and that being a comforting thing. And it actually is good for physiology for the baby, there's no doubt about that, reassuring in a number of different ways. But it happens that when somebody is saying something that resonates with your mind and your heart in a most basic way as a human being, when it resonates, it brings focus to you in your thinking, and it reassures you as a human being. This is built into the design. And there are all kinds of important things about language, linguistics, sounds, that you could spend your entire life studying in some detail. But it's one of the most fascinating aspects of the human mind. It happens that, as I said, listening to unwise voices puts you in jeopardy in very dangerous situations. And it happens that Jesus and the apostles talk about this a number of different times. The Apostle Paul says in particular that bad company corrupts morals, and everybody knows that, but they have forgotten it because they're just going along with whatever is the dominant thing for the day. And they're not really thinking about who is saying what and why. This is what the human brain is actually designed for, to begin to discern the difference between wise and unwise, useful and useless. Really, it's a binary function. The brain has a whole set of binary functions. And everything in the physical world is actually based on this, its design. And so, you have male, female, you have on, off, you have open, closed, you have love, hate, you have truth, you have lies. This is the binary nature of things. And this actually translates into electricity, into plumbing, into all kinds of different disciplines and sciences. You'll find this the case all the way into IT. Now, people try to not focus on this binary aspect, but Jesus himself said something about his voice being recognized, it resonating with human beings. And there's a reason for that. And you and I need to give some thought to this because, as I said last time, in terms of talking about sources, this is who we're listening to. I have to say that, I know people who are listening to sources all day long that are basically spewing lies. They're of no use whatsoever. And they actually are human beings who either are perverted or corrupt in some way and are going along with whatever the world is pushing today. And that's the way the world works. There is that corruption factor in the world. And it's one of the reasons why you have to use your brain to discern things and make individual decisions. This is also part of what was designed in for human beings in terms of being made in the image of God. You and I are actually designed with free will. We're designed by God. The brain is designed for decision making that has free will to it, an aspect of freedom to it. And when that freedom is taken away or not there, the human mind knows, the brain knows, because it was hardwired for free will, for making decisions in some kind of a free system. Now, it happens that Jesus in John 10, and he mentions it again in John 17, he talks some about human beings recognizing his voice. And he says that human beings know his voice. Now, how does he mean this? What meaning is there behind this that could be useful to you and I as we are navigating all the nonsense on the earth in this world? We need to think about this, John 10, John 17, and his language about this, because it has something to do with who we are listening to and who we follow, who we actually give our attention to. Now, one of the things that is happening right now is that human beings' attention, their focus, the focus of the mind, is being really damaged, if not totally destroyed, by a number of technological applications, including things like this on the internet. There are so many distractions, not helping people to get focused on the truth, but so many distractions, entertainment-wise and information-wise, that it's not helping the human brain in this clarity, trying to get clarity about what is true and what is not. One of the things that Jesus actually does talk about a lot, and he teaches his followers, he teaches them something about relationship and about listening, about paying attention. And one of the things he talks about early on in Matthew 5, the terminology sounds religious in one way. He's talking about purity of heart. Those who are pure in heart will see God. He's stating a fact. But the language actually is those who are singularly focused on God, on listening to God, on looking to God, depending on the God who put them here. They will see God. They'll see God now and for eternity. Those people who give their attention to the one who placed them here for his purpose. When you and I listen to him, the source of our life, a lot of things start lining up beautifully. And the human mind actually thrives in this relationship that has free will to it, that has love to it, that actually is called by Jesus a sonship kind of relationship. It's a very close relationship that human beings were made for, to have with their maker and sustainer. And Jesus comes and he shows us how to do this sonship relationship, this close relationship with the Father, so that you and I can thrive, not only while we're living on the earth, but also in all eternity. He designed us to thrive. So we need to give some thought to all of this. And if you would, take a few minutes and read John chapter 10 and John chapter 17. I'm so thankful that you are in this process. We need to talk about several other things connected to this. Next time, we will actually spend a little more time about the truth that has to do with reaping what you sow. Now, this is actually connected to what we just talked about. Who you listen to, who you follow, who you imitate, all of that ends up bringing a consequence in your living. And that consequence is what you and I get out of making those decisions. And so when you make a choice, you want to make sure that the choice is going to yield something that is productive, constructive, helpful, beautiful in some way, and useful, and not just kind of make wild, willy-nilly, random, impulsive choices based on all the distractions that come your way in the world. Anyway, I hope that gives you some things to think about. God bless you this week. Stay strong. Keep on thinking through these different things, and we will really anchor in on some of these key truths that are really inescapable truths. They're not just principles, universal principles. They're actually inescapable truths, and I'll show you that next time. God bless you. Bye-bye.